that is something that has the biggest both good and bad potential applications currently.
How can AI pick up someone's voice and change the words of it? Because that is something that I can't even form in my head.
I think voice generation has been one of the industries in LLMs in AI that has the most amount of data, um, probably not even surpassed by text data because we had text to speech 20 years ago. The amount of development that went into text to speech and voice synthesis is incredible. And you're asking about how it is done. I would not ask about how it is done. I would ask about why we were able to get it so advanced, because voice synthesis is probably one of the most important use cases of AI for people wanting to do both, for corporations or people wanting to do both good and bad things. With replacing voices or with synthesizing new voices for advertisements, you can achieve a lot. And which is why a lot of investment went into that area of AI. I mean, we can take a look at 11 Labs, how quick they have developed their solutions. And I mean, some voices on 11 Labs with a proper engineer, you can get to the point where, to the blind eye, you will not be able to tell whether this is a human or AI.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of them I genuinely cannot tell the difference. Like those singing ones or the music ones are just crazy. I mean, the music ones are so hard to detect. They're even harder than the images, I think. But something just popped in my head whenever you were talking about how text to speech has kind of always been around or it's developed pretty quickly anyway. Like, I remember when Siri came about on iPhones and people were losing their mind about it. And now whenever I'm putting two and two together, that was pretty much what we're talking about, isn't it? That was the original kind of the voice generation thing because it was something speaking back to you that didn't exist.
Definitely. It's people tend to forget this part of things, but 2012, I think it was 2013, where we had the first versions of Siri. Everyone's mind was blown. But if we think about this, this is almost 13 years ago. We already had a proof of concept of a synthesized voice being able to adjust and adapt in a maybe 50% indistinguishable from human way. And another thing that came to my mind, why this developed so quickly, is speech is one. Um, it's the closest way to get to success with AI. So in terms of speech synthesis, we can succeed with AI pretty quickly, a lot quicker than, as we talked about, video is a lot more difficult. Text is a thing of its own, because text is you need AI to be able to reason to provide proper text outputs. But voice, you tell it what to say. All it has to do is synthesize the voice, or take a real voice and synthesize something very similar to that. And so, again, that is something that has the biggest both good and bad potential applications currently.